Today we're going to do a sink swap. We're swapping this sucker out for a stainless steel single bowl sink. It should fit in here. We'll find out. But anyways, yeah, so I got it unhooked. All the plumbing is unhooked under here. Here's one of the things you might run into next is unhooking your garbage disposal. These things are pretty simple. They do make a tool that's kind of a 90-degree angle that all you got to do is put something around this little deal here. I'm just going to use a screwdriver. It works pretty slick. And then just start unscrewing it. Now you want to make sure you have a hand underneath this thing as you unscrew that, because it'll drop down pretty quick. I got my hand underneath it, holding it up from below, and then pow, those things just pop right off. Really simple. This one, a lot of times, if you look underneath these sinks, let's go take a look underneath here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you look up there along the edge, you can see a lot of times there will be screws or clamps holding these sinks in. This one, here's the other side. Yeah, if you look up there, you can see there's really no clamps, nothing like that holding the sink down. So that tells me that this sink is probably just glued down, which is interesting. But so to get that glue out, all we really need to do is just take a knife to slide underneath there, all the way around. This one also feels like it's got grout, like it's grouted down in there. So this sink's gonna be a pickle to get out. Like I said, we ran our knife around the edge to cut as much of that silicone out as we could. And then the next thing I've been doing is just, I run a putty knife through and around as much as I can, just to get that seal really broke everywhere I can. Now I'm not gonna be able to do that on the back side here. I've got this jack underneath here, and we're gonna try to jack the sink up nice and easy, and hopefully that'll be enough to break that bond on the back side. So let's see what happens. You can see it's starting to pick it up right here. If you look right there, see it's starting to pick her up. Nope, where'd my jack go? Here we go. Yeah, look at that. Now you can hear that silicone breaking. I'll give it another good pump here. Nice and easy. Now that you got it up there pretty good, that'll be a good time to just come double check your spot. Watch this porcelain, you'll have little pieces come off. It is sharp, sharp, sharp. It's glass. That's what this sink is. This is a porcelain sink here. There we go. Now it should be pretty much off. Oh, I really can't pick that thing up. God dang, that's heavy, heavy sink. Well, you saw it, I tried to pop this thing out just to heave-ho it. I couldn't do that. So plan B is we're gonna just work it up and out of here nice and easy and keep blocking it up with the jack as I just jack this sink on out of here. I'm curious what this actually weighs. It's probably a lot. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna take a little while, so let's speed this process up a little bit. Well, we got it kind of up. I've got these boards over here. My plan is to just roll it dink, dink, dink. So let's see what happens when I try to roll this thing out. God dang, man. Oh. Whew. Look at that. One step closer. Man, so when you're moving these sinks, it's handy to have blocks around. God dang. Okay, here's the moment of truth. How bad of an idea is this? I don't know. Oh man. Good Lord. This is definitely a two-person job. Do you ever start projects and you wonder how do you get yourself into these predicaments, and then you also wonder, how am I going to get myself out of this predicament? I don't know. Heave ho! Ah! Oh my God, that's heavy! Jeez Louise! I got no. It's not much easier to carry this way. Where am I going to put it? I don't know. I got it. I ended up pitching it in a snowbank out there. And I dropped it on the cement. So I was trying to really be careful with this thing. I brought it out through here and I just chucked it. But it landed on the halfway in the snowbank and halfway on the cement. And it only scratched it right there. Man, this is a tough old sink. It must be cast iron with like a porcelain finish. But anyways, we got it, guys. It only took 23 blocks, an 8-ton jack, and a screwdriver. You'd be amazed what you can do with that and a little bit of ingenuity, and a little bit of good thinking. You can move mountains. So let's get that sink out, all this other stuff out of here, cleaned up a little bit. We're gonna get this silicone cleaned up as best we can, and then bring the new sink in. You better fit. I've gotta say though, this sink is 1,000 times lighter than the last one. Get in there, sink. Please go, please go, please go. Please go, please go, please go. Oh no. There, flawless fit. That little lip where my thumb is, that's what's catching here. And the other side's down in there, nice and flat. I like how it fits flat. This side is gonna have, oh gosh, probably 1/8 of an inch to go down in there. We're gonna make this sink fit. Be that way, sink. Well, if you're not fabricating, you're not fixing, right? Well, nothing like trying to grind out a brand new sink. Gosh dang. Really don't want to do this, but I'm not gonna return this thing. I want this sink in my house today. So we're gonna make it happen. One issue I did find putting the sink in was, you know, when I cut those clips off down there, it's a little bit, and you wouldn't ever know unless you knew to look, but if you look closely, you can see this side right here is very flush with the bottom, and I do like that. And this side, you come over here, and there's just a slight little gap. So is what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just pick it up just a touch and then fill that whole gap up with silicone underneath there. I do have some clips that can go on where I didn't cut those hooks off, so that'll be handy. But yeah, we're just gonna pick this thing up a little bit, silicone around the whole base of it, and drop it back down, and then clamp it down with these screws. I definitely kind of botched my silicone job, and I would not recommend using this silicone that I got. It's just too sticky. So I'm gonna let this dry up really good, and then I'm gonna come cut all this rib out of silicone. I might come back in later with the silicone that's a little bit more workable. That stuff's just too sticky. It's sticking to everything. I think it'll hold everything really good and in place, but yeah, it's just too sticky, and then you get a little bit on there, and yeah, it's gonna take quite a bit of time to clean all this up, but yeah, so put that back in there. Well, all in all, I think this sink is done. I like this faucet. It's got a LED light in it, and that light will change colors as the water temperature starts to change. Like here in a minute, you can see it's blue right now. Here in a minute, it'll turn green as the water starts getting warmer and warmer. My water heater's about a mile away. Oh, there it goes. So now it's green. I've got it on hot right now. So it should be getting hotter and hotter, and it is. And as that water gets to a point of where, okay, now it's probably gonna start burning you hot, it turns red. Like right now, that's pretty dang hot. Yeah, now it turns red. And then when it gets super scalding hot, it starts going on and off. Should. Yeah, like that right there. Means watch out, dude. That's some hot water. Ooh, yeah, it's hot. Obviously coming from red, back to a medium temperature, green, and then cold. Cold. So, yeah, I don't know. Cool little deal. But I think it definitely looks better. Well, that job's done. Definitely made a mess of this kitchen. And like always, hit that sub up button if you like what we're doing. There's always something new, something different. And it's a pretty broad spectrum. I mean, gosh, today we're replacing a sink. You know, tomorrow I think I might be putting some protein out for cows or making some protein tubs. It's just, I never know what I'm going to be doing from day to day. But I try to make it as entertaining as possible for you. Hit that like button. Please sub up. It helps me out a lot. Thanks, guys. Bye.